What's going on, guys? Vlog. What's going on, guys? Shane D here checking in on you. I hope you guys are doing well, doing all the things that you're supposed to be doing. If you can hear the gentle hum of a fan in the background, that is because it is hot as balls here. It's like if you took a Carolina Reaper pepper and stuck it in your ass cheeks for like 5 minutes and then pulled it out and ate it. That's how hot it is. It's about 99 degrees here.
It's getting hot in here, so hot, so take off all your clothes.
Guys, I want to tell you about the most beautiful hobo girl in the world.
I am getting so hot, I wanna take my load.
But first I got to tell you how it led up to that. How did I see the most beautiful? I can almost guarantee it. She is the most beautiful hobo woman
It's getting hot.
on the planet. Had I been faster, I would have taken pictures, but that would have seemed kind of weird and rude, I think. Essentially what happened was I went to Panda Express to get some food. You know, Panda Express, it's like Chinese food. I don't think they actually call it Chinese food. There's not even Chinese people working there. The food is not very good. Tastes really good going down. Doesn't taste very good after the fact. When you're sitting there kind of burping it up and going, "Ugh, I just spent $12 on that." You're always ashamed with yourself after that. At least I am.
I think my butt getting big.
I don't think they even label it as such. But when you go in there, you say, "Oh, okay, they've got teriyaki chicken, they've got ham fried rice and lo mein and stuff like that." So you go, "Okay, you're ganking on the Chinese people's idea, at least." Besides, in the United States, Chinese food is not really Chinese food. I saw a special where the people there were eating ox penis and scorpions and those half-cooked duck eggs where you open it up and there's like a a duck inside. So Chinese food in America is not Chinese food, really. Anywho, I go and I get my Panda Express and I'm chomping it down. I pull over to this parking lot area where I can sit and eat in my truck, truck driving son of a bitch. That's what I do for a living. And so I'm sitting there and I'm enjoying this, and I look over and there's this big tree, nice shaded area, and there's this older gent and a portly gent, bigger than me, frazzled, laying on his side. He's definitely had a rough go of things, okay? He's had a real rough go of things. But with him is the most beautiful girl. Now she's wearing scruffed up clothes. She's got her hair back in a ponytail, but she is gorgeous. I mean, she is model gorgeous. She reminded me of the actress, what do you call her face? Hunger Game girl. The gal in Hunger Game.
I am getting so hot,
I keep wanting to say Catherine Zeta-Jones. It's not that. Jennifer Lawrence, that's who it is. Looks like her, but better. This hobo beauty should be Jennifer Lawrence. She should be doing that. She should be making the Hunger Games instead of Jennifer Lawrence, even though Jennifer Lawrence is very attractive. So if you're watching this, Jennifer Lawrence, don't you not think that I don't think you're very nice looking? Because I do. I think you are a beauty as well. Anyway, so I'm sitting there eating, and she gets up and she begins to walk to me. And I got the ham fried rice all over, and I'm like, oh shit, and I'm sitting in a nice air conditioned truck, and I'm chomping this stuff down. I'm halfway through it. It tastes like shit. It tastes good, but it's gonna taste like shit in the aftertaste department. And here she comes. She walks over to the window. As she steps closer, I can clearly do a checklist breakdown of everything about her. She's absolutely gorgeous. Body is in check. She has an amazing figure. I don't know what she's eating. Old lumps of bread and leftover Slurpees, whatever you can find to eat, really. But she's very attractive, very well in shape. She's wearing some scraggled up sweatpants and stuff, but her hair's pulled back. And as she gets closer, I'm going, she's not getting uglier, bro. She is not getting uglier to your eyes. She is getting better looking. And you know when you just see those gorgeous girls and then you start to go, oh shit, you get tongue-tied. You don't know. You're like, oh, now I know she's coming over here to my window now. Now what do I say? Like, so you're a hobo, huh? Gee, nice weather we're having. I don't know what you say, but I was just like, God, she's gorgeous. So she gets up, I roll down the window. She asked me if I have any change. I don't have change because I do the debit card now. That's not an excuse to not give homeless people money. It's a good excuse not to give them money. But I've also heard that you're not supposed to give homeless people money because they want to spend it on drugs. I read that in an article one time. She asked me for it. I says, I'm sorry, I don't have any change. So there's your number one. You know she's a hobo because she's asked me for change. She's wearing the scraggled up clothes. She has no markings of meth addiction whatsoever in her face. She's thinking clearly. She is of sound mind. She is good to go. There's nothing about her that says, I'm a drug addict or anything like that. Beautiful girl. So I don't have any change. I say, I'm sorry, but I don't have any change. I use the debit card now. I don't even need to have cash. It goes into the bank account. She doesn't want to hear about bank accounts and stuff. She's like, baby, I'm off the grid. I wish I had a couple of bucks in the bank, but I don't. So I don't need to hear about your debit card, bitch. I says, I'm sorry about that. And she walked off. I just thought, my God, I could change her world. She's over there with a portly guy. He's very disheveled. I'm fairly decent looking. I'm sure you guys would all put that in the comments below and agree that I'm not a bad looking guy. I'm not the best looking guy. I have been called a fat Tom Hardy. So, I mean, I really have a few things going for me, but I'm thinking she's digging old pizza slices out of the garbage and everything else. And here I am. I've got a whole big plate of food, and I didn't even offer to give her any of that. And it made me wonder, what in the world happens to a girl like that where she ends up in that predicament? Now, there's no doubt you're going to say to yourself, Shane, you son of a bitch, you don't know if she was homeless. Well, I can tell you this. She was laying under the tree with the portly fellow, and they had 5 shopping carts full of stuff, and they had tied the shopping carts together like a train, and she was laying there under the tree, collecting shade with that the portly gent. She was wearing the scraggly clothes, and she asked me for change. Pretty sure she was homeless. But I thought, what, man, I could change her world. She would be so beautiful, and we would be so perfect together. And I could change her world, and she could change mine. We would fall in love, and people would say, how did you meet? And I would say, well, I met her. I was having some Panda Express, and she came over. She was a hobo at the time, and she asked me for some money, and I told her that I didn't have any. But I did tell her that I'm in love with her. At that moment, I said, I'm in love with you. Get in the truck and let me sweep you away from this world of living in the night, living in the streets, living in the cold or the heat, living with the rats and living with the other, hobos out there. Those hobos must be taking mean advantage of her. I'm sure any other hobo that sees her with that particular portly hobo she was with is probably going, man, I'm gonna scoop in. Because I have 6 carts. I have 6 shopping carts. So that's all I've got, guys. She was just a beauty. She was an absolute angel in my mind. The most beautiful hobo gal in the world. That's all I've got, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment below, you little bumhole. Comment below. I love you so goddamn much. And you know that I do. You know that I tell you that all the time. Tell your friends. Say, hey, I want you to meet my buddy. I want you to meet my buddy. He's my best friend on YouTube. He's my best friend. Well, that's all I got for that. The most beautiful hobo in the world. She was a delight on my eyes and in my heart, and she will stay with me forever. She will. She's going to stay with me forever. So that's all I've got, guys. I'm going to swing in for a big kiss. Then we're going to call it a day on the most beautiful girl, beautiful hobo woman in the world vlog 2017.